iOS 12.1 is a significant upgrade, and there are a number of quality of life changes. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is that I did get quite the amount of storage back after updating. So this is before on 12.0.1, I had 8 gigabytes available, now 12.31. So it did clear up a good amount of cache files and gave me 4 gigabytes of storage. And in collaboration with carriers, eSIM functionality has finally been added to iOS 12.1. So if you were dying to try that feature out, now you can finally run 2 numbers at the same time on your iPhone. And also a small adjustment in the settings, the first SIM and second SIM portion here has been renamed to physical SIM and digital SIM. And in the Watch app, there is now a new face as well called color here. So over 50 adjustments, just a flat color on the background of your Apple Watch, only with iOS 12.1. Take a look if that Safari crash has been fixed in the latest version of 12.1, and it has. Cool, so iOS 12.1 no longer crashes upon loading that malicious website link. So that was fixed in just, and now newer iPhone users can adjust the depth of field using portrait mode after taking the picture. So now you have this little slider bar here in the edit page, and you can adjust the blur of the background. So here it's obviously muddled, but it's so cool that you can get to do this after taking the picture. And in case you guys didn't update to iOS 12.0.1, iOS 12.1 does also have the charging fix enabled. So previously where sometimes you'd have to click on the display for the iPhone to start charging, now it does so automatically in iOS 12.1. And for iPhone 10 and above users, there is now a sound when toggling these icons on the lock screen. So listen closely here. Sounds like a little pen click. Very, very subtle, but very nice. And it's both on the camera one as well. There's been a lot of reference in iOS 12.1 code to AirPower as well, so Apple continues to work on that behind the scenes. It's not a change you'll notice, but once that's out, and probably the funnest part of this update is the 70 plus new emojis added to iOS 12.1. So there are a number of new objects, new people, new objects in general. So take a look at these. You guys can find the full list of new ones down below in the description. So really, really cool. Have more ways to express yourself in emoji format now. And not only are there new emojis, some of the older ones have been reorganized, so don't let that confuse you. For example, the clam has been removed and placed somewhere else in the queue here, so you're going to need to get adjusted to that if you were using some of those. It was only for just a few of them. Also, a lot of the older emojis were adjusted as well. So the iPhone emoji now is representative of the actual iPhone 10 emoji. The bagel emoji has been adjusted to have more detail in it. All around, very great updates to the emojis. And the very last thing is Apple has fixed not 1, but 2 iOS passcode bypasses in iOS 12.1. So you are now safe against any intrusion into your photos without the passcode. All right, so how exciting. Let's go ahead and do a speed test to get a comparison here against 12.0.1. This is on an iPhone 10s Max, and your results may vary. Now, personally, I have been running this beta for quite some time. For me, it was a little slow with the earlier betas, and it still hasn't gotten that much better. It seems the refinement isn't the same as 12.0.1. I'm not sure what that's about, but could get better with use. So we'll see about that, but let's see what the numbers say. Okay, and that's what I call a return to form. Previously, on iOS 12.0.1, I was getting some low scores here in the multi-score segment. Now that's back up to 11,000 with iOS 12.1. So I'm happy to report getting the performance you should out of this firmware. So there it is, guys. iOS 12.1, not a crazy amount of features, but a good amount of quality of life updates, some very welcome ones in there. Go ahead and update. There's really no reason not to, and Apple should be releasing future updates here to keep improving haptic touch on the iPhone XR as they promised, and so on. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You'll definitely love iOS 12.1, so go ahead and update now if you haven't already. Yeah. iOS 12.1 is a significant upgrade, and there are a number of quality of life changes. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is that I did get quite the amount of storage back after updating. So this is before on 12.0.1, I had 8 gigabytes available, now 12.3.